Hello, good morning. It is halfway through November already, November 12th. It is Winning Edge Wednesday. Jon Jones here, VP of Operations with BAI. Thank you so much for joining me on today's topic. I want to speak to you guys about the six human needs. The six human needs and about how we can align our communication and our marketing efforts with these innate human needs to be more persuasive. While we are all very unique souls and individuals with unique personalities and values and all those things, at the same time, what also is true is that we are all wired in the same way with regards to the way our psychology and our nervous system works when it comes to these primary needs. We know that these needs drive human behavior, and they drive behavior at a very intense level. There are six primary human needs that fuel our actions. And again, there's no conscious effort. This is not about us being conscious of goals or defining our why and our purpose and our mission. This is more just innate, right? Unconscious. We are automatically wired to pursue these human needs. And so the opportunity at hand here is that in our marketing, in our communications, in our way of persuasion, while trying to motivate others to pursue their dreams and goals in franchising, if you can align your communication with these six human needs, there's an opportunity to take your communication and influence to the next level. So that's what this is about. I'm going to share these six human needs. Number one is this need that we all have for certainty, right? We know that about human beings. We want a level of security and certainty. Perhaps you recall in college Maslow's hierarchy of needs in psychology, right? Where human beings typically start that these basic needs have to be met in order for us to evolve to more elaborate dynamic needs. So that those physical needs of shelter and food and those types of things. But we also need that certainty, that anticipation in our life that we can feel comfortable about. So that absolutely drives human behavior. And if you think about it, franchising is really aligned with this particular need. It's one of the reasons why franchising is such a powerful force in our economy and in our culture. The IFA stated that one third of all franchisees say that they would not have been able to make the jump to business ownership if it wasn't for franchising, right? If it wasn't for the support, if it wasn't for the confidence and the certainty that franchising provided. And think about it, our entire process, the FDD, the multi-step evaluation process, doing due diligence, validation calls, discovery days, all of those things enforce certainty. And when certainty is in place, excuse me, then people can act. And that's what this is about, right? Not just in our process of evaluating brands do we want to bring certainty, but consider how you might use this human need in your marketing efforts as well, in social media, in your marketing content, talking about the certainty and the confidence that the franchising industry can provide entrepreneurs who want to make that change to become their own boss and control their own destiny, which are great things to pursue. But in order for people to pursue it, they have to have that level of certainty about it. So consider that. Number one, certainty is a massive human need that franchising is brilliantly aligned with. Second one, which is interesting, which is the opposite, which is uncertainty and variety. So people want that certainty, but then we also want a little bit of the opposite too, which kind of shows you why human beings can be pretty complex characters, right? So we're looking for some stimulation. We're looking to change our scenery. We're looking for physical activity and entertainment. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I can tell you, people come from all over the world just to shake things up just a little bit here in Las Vegas, and particularly to feel a little bit of that uncertainty, to put some money on the roulette wheel and experience that jolt of anxiety just a little bit and change and wonderment as to what might happen in those moments. And people will typically come to Las Vegas and spend thousands of dollars, you guys. They'll spend a month of pay just to experience a little bit of uncertainty and variety in their lives. Interesting how that's a part of that as well. Your clients want certainty, yet they also want to start something new. They do. So give that some thought as well. The third key primary need is significance, right? Human beings want to matter, right? The desire for significance is so powerful, you guys, that for those people who really struggle finding significance in their life, it can lead to pretty damaging outcomes. And we've all seen this, right? Anger, depression, violence. A lot of these things come from people just not feeling significant. And they'll do whatever they got to do to feel significant. And again, that's the point of understanding these six human needs, is to realize that these needs are wired within us. And we'll do whatever we got to do to fulfill these needs from within. And of course, how we interpret that is really important to our mental health and our success. But give that some thought. People want to matter, and franchising brings purpose and significance to many people. And I want to encourage you all to be advocates for the franchising industry as well as specific brands. Next one, the number four, is love and connection. Human beings from birth, a desire to connect. If you think about it, when you fly an airplane across the United States of America, you're on an airplane, you're flying, you're looking down, there's just nothing for miles and miles. And all of a sudden, boom, here's this city area where all the human beings are all gathered to connect. If you were a Martian coming down and evaluating human behavior, you would come to the conclusion that, wow, these human beings really rely upon each other. They live in clusters together, and there's a reason for that. There's this psychological inner human innate drive within us to connect. Wherever you recall this, maybe dating ourselves a little bit, but maybe in the 80s you recall AT&T, the telecommunications company, the AT&T marketing campaign, Reach Out and Touch Someone. That is one of the best-selling marketing campaigns of all time, right? It's not, oh, here's a great way to save money on long distance. It was pulling at the human emotional heartstrings of that opportunity to reach out and connect with somebody. That campaign led to an explosion of revenues for AT&T. So while you're engaged in business evaluations, which we do, big part of the franchise process is, of course, doing the due diligence, evaluating the business for the strength and the revenues and the averages and the statistical data provided in the FDD. All that's great. Again, it typically fuels that certainty that is necessary, but also just remember that essential in human needs is the ability to connect, right? Don't forget about that one, right? Remember the phrase in our industry, right? In franchising, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. That's a great theme to revisit in your marketing and communications for those people that need to connect. Number five is growth. Pretty interesting, but when human beings are at their best, and studies have shown this, that when human beings are their healthiest, happiest, and most fulfilled, it is not because they achieved the outcome that they wanted, but is when they are experiencing progress towards a worthy goal, when they are experiencing growth, we are at our happiest and most fulfilled. And think about in our culture, some of the richest, wealthiest people in our entire culture that have reached the top of the mountain. And then there they end up discovering, wow, is this all there is? Depression often follows, drug abuse, divorce. Think about these things that take place to people who have reached the top of the mountain when it comes to achievement, finances, fame, those types of things. So it's clearly that it's the growth and the progress towards a worthy endeavor that makes human beings fulfilled. And remember that people are longing for that. Our clients get to build a business, right? And with a franchise, when you plug into a franchise, you have access to an environment where you can continue to grow and experience progress, which is an essential human need. So be mindful of that one. And then the final one here is contribution. We want to ultimately contribute. We have this desire within us to pay it forward, to give back, to build a legacy, right? Think about a grandparent who doesn't want that for that next generation. They all want that. Franchises contribute to communities in amazing ways. We employ a tremendous amount of people, serve our local communities, and it's just an incredible way. Think about franchising and how franchising is this amazing vehicle that people can use to connect with all six of these human needs, right? So remember, the human needs are one, certainty, two, uncertainty and variety, three, that significance and mattering, four, connection and love, growth and progress, and then sixth, contribution. Franchising is the ideal environment for people to experience and fulfill these needs, isn't it? Give that some thought. Ponder how you can communicate and market your services in such a way where you're hitting on each of those key needs. When you market and consult your clients, ask yourself this, perhaps there's some of these needs that you tend to gravitate towards. Maybe in your communication and your marketing, you're gravitating towards one or two of those needs more, and maybe you're neglecting some of the others. So I wanted to present these needs to you so you can do a quick evaluation and see, hey, which of these needs do I tend to gravitate my communication towards? And then where am I maybe missing? Maybe I can start picking it up a notch and bring my communication up when it comes to some of these other needs that are also important to us all, you guys, to all of our clients. These six needs play a role for all human beings. These are fundamental primary needs. And if your marketing and communication can hit on all six of these targets, then you're going to be a little more persuasive and you're going to help people get to where they want to go through franchising, which is what this is all about. It reminds me of one of the first quotes I ever learned when I first got into sales a long time ago from a man named Zig Ziglar. You get what you want in life if you'll just help enough other people get what they want and need. Great, simple sentiment. But I want to share these thoughts with you today, and perhaps you can give it some thought and see if you can bring some of these new elements to your marketing, to your communication, to your consulting to help meet your needs of your client even better in 2026 than you did in 2025. I look forward to getting together with you guys, talking more about strategic planning for 2026. Have an amazing day. Thanks for plugging in today. Take care. Have a great day.